What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here. Once again, thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. I appreciate all the new subs we've had over the past month or so. I think YouTube sent me a report saying we had a little over 240 new people to the channel. So welcome. Hope you're enjoying the content in the video. We're going to be talking to you guys, the newer people, and those of you that are currently working on your yard to get to where I'm at, to surpass me. I want to address that later on in the video. But guys, I just wanted to mention off the top a couple things. If you've been following me here on the channel, it is definitely a time where I'm going to be applying my second application of prodiamine. I'm not going to do that on camera. We've talked about it. Go check out, I'll put the card up here in the corner. I think it's actually over here. I get it backwards when I film. But we talked about the amounts, and every time I do like a prodiamine video, everybody's like, you shouldn't use this amount, you should use this amount, or you're not doing it right, or this is what I do. So you can follow that video. It's not a this is what you must do type of guide, but it's a guide to show you how to read the label. The label tells us how much prodiamine will cover for how many months. So check that video out if you're interested on doing your prodiamine app. I'm going to do the split app. I'm going to do exactly what I did in that video. For the second time, it's going to cover us for roughly 2.5 to 3 months, which will take us into summer, and we shouldn't have an issue with crabgrass. But our temperatures, as I looked last night on my Yard Mastery app, were just above 65-degree soil temps. It's time to put it down. I think we're well still in the range of the prodiamine we put down last time, so we're covered. But I want to overlap that so it takes us into the summer as well. So I wanted to mention that. Secondly, I did a mow yesterday. I'm going to I'll show you. We'll do a quick mow review just real fast, and I want to talk about something else after that. So let me turn it around. The lawn was looking great. So let's quickly look at the mow, and happy Good Friday to you as well. Happy Easter. We still celebrate here in my home and my family, celebrating the resurrection, the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He has made such a difference in my life. He is alive. He's well. And check out the Mr. Ferguson vlog channel. You can hear about what God has done for me. I share with him, or share on that channel, a lot of what God's done in my life. So if you're interested, check out the Mr. Ferguson vlog channel. But let's check out this mow, because man, it's looking some kind of good right now. So I've been switching up my mow patterns as we should, and I did the standard, what I call my normal. If I have to mow in a hurry, I do my north to south. So that's what we did last time. The last two I did was diagonal, and I ran over those stripes and got it good. So I'll walk around. But man, guys, it is definitely, it's 80 today. It is feeling great. You can see that's our diagonal from last time, but we did this view left to right. So man, I'll tell you, when I did it at lunchtime on Tuesday, and it was just fire stripes. It's when you run over them several times, it just looks super good. But I just wanted to show you where I'm at, and it's just looking awesome. When you get the edging done, when you get the stripes going, it just looks awesome. So I just want to document. I haven't taken a lot of pictures of my lawn lately. We're actually going to kind of talk about that after we get done with this review. But besides the little glyphosate areas where we put the gel down and got rid of some PoaTriv, the PoaTriv is not as prevalent, is not as obvious as it was before. But just if I back out and give you the wide view, just look at that. I think it looks pretty good. We're still holding pretty good on our edge right here too. Whoa, wasp. Sorry. We're holding pretty well. It's not inching back yet. Remember, we dug, we got rocks under here, so we know that's going to happen. But back to the standard view, it's looking pretty good. Quickly showing you the rest of it. You know, we're looking pretty good here. This still is kind of trashy down here, but it's in the ditch, so I don't really care. It's in the ditch. It gets all the yuck in the water. Poa annua down there in the little ditch there. But our little strip's looking good. But besides that, you can see, man, it just looks good. The up and down looks great. When we've obviously I've mowed it this way the most, so it looks really good. Put some more blue stuff out on several PoaTriv patches, so I have a few more new little brown areas. But mow wise, we're looking pretty great back here. I just wanted to show you that it's spring, it's thickening up, it's looking awesome, and so just wanted to quickly show you the latest mow. So we always do videos on the back porch, so I figured we would just do this one on the front porch with the front yard in the background. So real fast to wrap this video up, while everybody drives by and sees what's this crazy guy doing, I wanted to talk about what I kind of just mentioned when I was showing you the mow there, and how I said I haven't really taken pictures of my lawn. I go through the history. I've got tons of pictures from when it was crappy in 2019, where it got a way different drastic improvement in 2020, more pictures in 2021 and 22, but this year I've taken less pictures than I ever have, and it goes into where the new subscribers that we just talked about, the 200 of you guys, and those from the past couple years, you may be in the process right now of tuning into my channel saying, okay, what's this guy doing? I've got a crappy yard, I'm doing my best, I'm trying it. And I was just thinking about this today, man. That's where I find the joy. And that's why you see other YouTubers and other people going to, okay, I've pretty much working on my yard. It's just kind of maintaining it. I feel like I've gotten better at the maintaining part over the past year or so. But I want. Can I do this again? Am I able? Did I get lucky doing it here? The fun part. The point being, the fun part is the journey, right? And we're coming to a part where it's more in this channel. We're in this journey part where we're just maintaining. Now that we do this to prevent fungus, we do this to prevent bugs. We put this fert down to green it up and darken it up. We are, we don't need to aerate as much anymore. We've loosened our compaction. We put down tons of humic acid. And so those of you that are not where I am, but you're trying to get here, you definitely can do it, number one. But that's where the fun is, seeing the transformation. The first couple summers, you guys would come after the first couple years, all of you that have been around and since the beginning of this channel, it was like, man, I don't think I'm ever going to get to survive a summer in North Carolina. It's not possible with fescue. And last year we did it. We had to really push the water. We had to push the hydrotane. We learned that 50% of our water retention can be attained via Pete's Natural Adjuvant. We use that. That, I believe, wholeheartedly was a factor as well. So we've learned these little things along the way, with you guys commenting below as well. So I want to encourage you that maybe like, man, I'm never going to get where Mr. Ferguson is. He's a pro. I'm not a pro. I am not a pro. Let's put that out there. As I always like to say, I'm a DIY guy like you. I'm just doing things and trying to write down, follow lawn care plan. Oh yeah, we need to do this. Oh yeah, I need to look this up and do that. You guys can do this. If I could do it, you can do it. Trust me, I am no expert. So I want to encourage you, if you're new to the channel, if you know somebody that's moved into a new home that's looking for it, tell them to review the content, review the history of that's why I periodically like doing videos of where we came from, me and my wife, as far as when I said, I'm going to try to have a nice lawn. I was looking like every other house around my subdivision that's never planted seed, that had rock in their yard, that their dirt is as hard as compacted as can be. And it's like, can you turn this yard into something that looks great? And we've done it. And it's taken years. It's not something that happens overnight, but I just want to encourage you, if you're in the middle of the process, you can do it. Don't give up. There was so many times where I'm like, man, is this worth it? I give up. You have to be committed. You have to get motivated. And YouTube really helped me to get motivated. Looking at Pete's yard, like, man, I want to walk in my barefoot in the lawn like Pete's got. I want to have people drive by and be impressed. And that's where I think I've graduated a lot. I don't care so much when people come by and look. I used to be like, oh, look, they're checking out my yard. You're so proud of the work that you do, right? And you want people to enjoy it as much as you do. But I've graduated from that to where I want to do it again. And so I don't want to announce anything yet, but I'm contemplating a section of ground, not here at my home, but trying to plant something else, possibly at my church. I'm talking with the pastor over there, my father, to see if it's possible. He's got a large portion of land. They have a well out there, and it's like, Mr. Ferguson, talking in the third person to myself, could I do this again? We have bonfires. I showed you guys the pictures that we do at bonfires. I'm thinking, could I plant fescue out there? Could I maintain it with all the well water? Could I water it and so should we try some Kentucky 31? Well, since we got a well, should we do some not Kentucky 31? Oh, that's a curse word. Kentucky bluegrass mixed with fescue and plant it out there. So I'm debating this. This is not I'm going to do it, but the fun part is the work, and I'm not doing tons of work on this lawn anymore. Spraying it, putting the right chemicals down. yeah, there's a little work involved there. You don't want to be lazy. You want to get your pre-emergence down and all of that. But I'm looking at starting over basically and saying, can I do this in another area? So stay tuned to the channel. I want to freshen it up. And I'm not going to do it just for the channel. I want to do it, number one, for the church. Number one, do it for, you know, the church, and be able to have an area where the kids can play. It's not all rocks and twigs and crabgrass. There's a nice lush grass area that we can do events and stuff like that. Number two, yeah, we definitely film it for the channel, but also third, can I do it like with a fresh piece of ground that I have no idea what the soil test is going to show doing that, and kind of follow my own advice out there. So stay tuned. We may look at that this fall, because I'm doing less here. We may focus more out there, kind of like what Pete does at his business. This would be at my church. So, but that's not 100%. If you're in the journey part, stay with it, stay motivated, watch people that's got the kind of lawn that you want, because you can do this. And believe me when I say that's the fun part, because when you first get that grass to come up and you first get those looks, wow, when you first use that lawn striper, it's just like you're so proud. You want people to tell you how good it looks, and but as you get used to it, and as it's a continuous thing, now you're ready to help somebody else. And that's where I'm at. I want to be able to do it at the church and everybody enjoy it. I want to be able to, it's not for, man, I did that, the Lord helped me to create this, you know what I'm saying? So not that it gets old after a while, but now I want to help somebody else have that feeling that I had. It's almost like when you ask Jesus in your heart. We're celebrating Easter here soon. When you ask Jesus in your heart and you're such a changed person, you want to tell everybody, even though they look at you like, man, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? See, they don't understand where I was and what God did for me. Just like when I grew that grass the first time, and it was just like, oh my gosh, I did it. Hey man, you can do this. If I did it, you can do it. It's the same thing. So anyways, I hope that makes sense. We threw in a little Easter love to you there, but thank you guys for tuning in. I hope it didn't bore you. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your buddies, but let me know your comments below. Give the video a thumbs up. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday on this Good Friday. For those that took the time to watch, thank you. Hope you have a wonderful Easter. The Lord does love you regardless of what you think, regardless of what you believe. God is for you. He is not against you. He loves you. He will, when we open up our hearts and ask him into our hearts, man, he listens. And when we're sincere, he comes and he brings you joy. We're all searching for that love and joy, and God is the only one that can give it to us. I'm a witness. So I thank you. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you on hopefully Monday with another lawn care video. God bless you.